just rolled out of bed and went to Pete's and got some coffee. I think it's like 9 a.m. right now, which is really different for me to actually be out of the house before like 11. We actually woke up at like 8:30. Anyways, there's like this lady next to me, and I feel really uncomfortable right now. I'm just gonna pretend to drink my coffee. I don't know what she's doing. She's just like standing there with the door open. Just standing and not getting into the car. But I guess she probably wonders what I'm doing too, right?
I think I'm really just being tested right now to not care if people see me filming. Anyways. This video might be extremely boring, but to be honest with you guys, like, I don't know how these people on Instagram or like YouTubers that make videos on a regular schedule or like plan out their videos, like I don't know how they do it. Like anytime I force myself to create content, you know, like it doesn't come out well. Oh my god, my camera keeps moving. Okay, there we go. Let's see, I feel like I've had a lot on my mind this week in regards to like shit that I can do better in my life, and maybe some of you can relate to this maybe. I just feel like sometimes, so let's say for example, let's say someone tells me something that is really just like messed up, and you know, just I don't know, or just you're sitting there thinking about everything that goes on in the world and how like fucked up it is. Can't think of another word to describe that. And it makes you kind of feel a little bit depressed, or you know, because you love the person, if it's your friend or whoever it is, because you care about them. You know, to see anyone hurting or anyone going through struggles in their life, it's really hard to see that. And I don't know, for me, I feel like if I care about the person, which, you know, most of the times if I'm talking about this kind of stuff, like I obviously am pretty close to the person, but I'll kind of take on their pain a little bit, and I don't know, I'm just very like sensitive, and so, you know, someone will tell me something like messed up that happened to them, and I'll just start crying, and like it could make me potentially be sad for like the rest of the day, basically, because I'm just like, fuck, like this person didn't deserve for all of these things to happen to them, you know? And especially when someone's a kid, you know, because after you're like 19, 20 years old, whatever, like you kind of have control over your life, or more control over your life. But when you're a kid, you're kind of dependent on whoever's caring for you, and there's not really much you can do if you're born into like kind of like an abusive or toxic environment. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's just hard to hear, but what I was thinking to myself this week was that, you know, when I get in a mood like that where I just start thinking about everything wrong in the world and how much people are suffering and stuff like that, it's like, it's good in a way, because obviously it's good to put yourself into another person's shoes and have compassion for people, and that's extremely important, like one of the most important things, I think. But you can't get stuck like in that energy of being sad that, you know, suffering exists and people just like have fucked up things happen to them. Like in my life, it's like I want to use that energy, you know, that sadness or anger that I feel towards like the things that happen in the world that I wish didn't happen. Like it's like you gotta use that sadness or anger to motivate yourself to, you know, make a change. And you can only heal other people if you've worked on healing yourself. And I don't know, like, if you think about it, almost all of people's trauma growing up usually comes from their parents, like unresolved wounds that they have and like trauma that they suffered when they were kids. And so it's just like a cycle, like a really nasty cycle. And it's like, if we want to be the ones to stop that cycle, we have to stop looking at everyone else. Because if everyone looked at everyone else all the time and never focused on their own shit, then nothing would ever get done, because they would continue creating chaos around them and like projecting all their trauma and all their wounds onto other people. So yeah, that's kind of the mood I was in this week. I was, kind of reflecting on a lot of the people I know, how hard they had it growing up, and it makes me obviously very, very grateful, because I feel like I had a very decent childhood and didn't have to struggle too much as a kid, and I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, it's like, don't get stuck in anger, don't get stuck in being depressed and being sad, because you can't help someone else who's sad if you're also sad. Be sad for a few minutes, cry a little, and then pick yourself up and use that as motivation to help others, and to heal yourself. Because like I said, you can't, it's like, think of like a psychologist that has all these unresolved trauma and issues. Like, they're not gonna help anyone really, because they're just gonna keep projecting their shit onto all their customers or whatever you want to, their patients, so that was something I was thinking about this week. I don't know, it's just, I feel like that's probably one of the most important things that you can do in your life, is just to unlearn all of the programming that you have in your brain of people maybe telling you you're not good enough, or people telling you that you should be ashamed or guilty of something, people telling you you need to do X, Y, and Z to be worthy, or you need to make this much money to be worthy enough. Like, we have to unlearn all of this shit that we've been kind of fed since we were kids. And that takes time, but it's so worth it. Yeah, and it's like, at the base of everything, of, healing yourself, it's like, the best way to heal yourself is really just to kind of disidentify from, I'm not saying like you should suppress your trauma or like this and that, but you have to realize that you're not your trauma. Like, you're not, like, if, like, let's say something really messed up happens to you and you have anxiety from whatever situation it was, it's like, you are not the anxiety. You know what I mean? You're behind the anxiety, and there is a way to overcome it and to disidentify from your mind, basically, which is where almost all problems come from. It's like, we create so many problems in our minds that aren't really there. It's like, if you have a problem and then you're just sitting somewhere, it's like, ask yourself, is there actually a problem right now in this present moment? Because odds are there's probably not. Unless there's like some imminent threat of someone attacking you like randomly, which I doubt is happening. Man, yeah, I don't know. I feel like every week I feel like up and down a lot. Yeah, like yesterday I was feeling very angry, which anger is actually like a higher vibrational emotion than sadness is. So in a way, it was better than me being sad. And actually, like, I feel like there's two different kinds of anger. I feel like there's that anger where it's like you can't even think straight and you're just like, I don't know, like it physically makes your body tense and kind of like ends up making you kind of feel sick afterwards. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Or like yesterday, I feel like it was kind of like a low level of anger where it just makes me feel very motivated to do better, I guess. Which is like, to me, like almost a positive thing. So yeah, I like had a great workout yesterday because I was just like listening to like, you know, whatever music was like, I don't know, I was listening to like some like hardcore, like, I don't even know what to call it, like scream. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like, yeah, I've been really on top of my workouts this week, which is really cool. Kind of want to upload like a physique update thing on here so I can hold myself accountable. Yeah, but I don't know. I love going to the gym. It's been like a part of my life since I was like a teenager, and I feel like it just helps me a lot mentally. And I mean, obviously I know you release hormones and all that, but I feel like it's something deeper than that. I feel like I've had a tendency to have like, or I've had a tendency to lean towards like almost having like eating disorder type of things. And so when I work out, it kind of helps me not to think like that. I don't know, because when, like, if you're anorexic, like, you don't even want to have any muscle, like, you just want to be skinny. So it's like I'm kind of fighting against that by working out and, like, building muscle, and, like, you know, when you work out, you have, like, a really good workout, like, you don't feel bad eating, like, a good amount of food, you know what I mean? Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the rest of this month has in store for all of us. I don't know. I feel very, like, excited for the future, but also, like, nervous. I don't know. Like, I really think everything's gonna work out. I just don't know what's gonna happen between, like, here and, like, when a lot of things change. Like, so obviously when things change, like, things get shook up a lot. So I don't know if things are gonna get more shook up than they already have been, but I guess we'll see. Started meditating a little bit more again, which is good because I stopped for like, I don't know, like a week, and I was feeling like super out of whack. Yeah, I think that's like a very important part of like my routine every day. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes you more aware of what's going on inside your head, so that when you're going through daily life, like, you can bring yourself back to being present. Because, like, if you think about it, so if you're going through your day and you're letting every single thing, every negative thing, like, affect you, like, you're just reacting to things, like, you're gonna be putting that kind of, like, chaotic, upset energy out, I guess, and so you're gonna keep attracting more of that shit, and, like, you don't want that. Like, you want to be present enough to where you, like, don't react to things right away, and you have a chance to, like, sit back and be like, okay, like, I'm gonna cool myself off, kind of, and then react to this so that, you know, I can attract better things into my life. Because, I don't know, when you meditate, like, I'm reading this book right now. It's like a book by Joe Dispenza. But he was talking about, like, you know, how everything has, like, a frequency. And I don't know, it's hard to explain, but, like, it's basically, he's basically just talking about manifesting, and, like, you can broadcast, like, a higher energy out, you know, but you have to be aware of what you're feeling all the time so that you can adjust that and, like, learn to tune yourself into, like, a frequency of being, like, grateful or being joyful, being at peace. Like, those are feelings and you can tap into them, like, whenever you want to. It just requires focus and, like, practice, I guess. So I think I'm gonna stop this video now. I just really felt like uploading something because I feel like I haven't uploaded in a long time. I don't even know if it's actually been a long time. It just mentally feels to me like it's been a long time, and I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know. I feel like blocked off from creating anything. Like, it's hard to explain, but, like, I didn't feel like I wanted to film a video today, but there was, like, resistance to doing it, but I was like, screw it, like, I'm just gonna do it anyways. Like, I don't even, like, if nothing productive or helpful comes out of my mouth, then, like, who cares, you know, like, at least I tried. And honestly, it's good for me just to be able to look back on these videos and kind of, it's like almost like a diary, but me just talking to myself. So, I'm gonna go work out, and you guys should all go work out today too. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week, have a great day. Yeah, just remember, we gotta fucking heal ourselves so that we can, you know, like, the world is just reflecting the state of, like, the mental state that everyone's in. So if we can all change our mental state, like, the world will be so much better of a place. Like, I feel like it could be so amazing, but we have to focus and we have to be aware of the things that we can fix and the things that we can be better at. Yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.